The Supreme Court on Friday voted 6-3 to overturn the ruling of Roe v. Wade. It eliminates a nearly 50-year-old constitutional right for women for abortions. It gives states the authority to limit or ban the procedure moving forward. Since the announcement, there are still a lot of questions out there about how this could affect Indiana. Joining us this morning is Abdul Hakim Shabazz, editor and publisher for Indy Politics. First off, good morning to you, Abdul.
Good morning, my friend. Always good to be here.
All right. A lot of Americans are asking what happens now. For a little bit of background, I believe 13 states have what are known as trigger laws, which means a law takes effect automatically after that Supreme Court decision. So what are the next steps for states who do not have those laws?
For states that don't have those laws, what they have to do is they have to come back into what's called a special session, of what Indiana lawmakers will be doing in July 6th. Then they would introduce legislation. There'd be a vote. It's interesting to see what Indiana will do because there are different degrees. I remind people of the pro-life movement. There are some folks who are like no abortions, period, where the rape, incest, mother's life's in danger. Some folks have those exemptions. So I know that's one thing that lawmakers will have to try to figure out is how do you negotiate that path? And do you ban abortion after 6 weeks, 15 weeks, 10 weeks? Those are all questions going to need to be asked.
All right, so that's basically how you think they're going to react. It's still undetermined right now and the degree, but curious about this one. The Marion County prosecutor has stated that he would not file criminal charges against doctors or patients. Some states will. Could this become a county by county issue, do you think?
I think so, and it'll be interesting to see how lawmakers react to Ryan Mears' comments, because like I said, they still had to meet for that special session. What they could do is they could give, say, the Attorney General the authority to prosecute doctors or women who are trying to exercise their reproductive choice. So that's something to keep in mind. But Ryan Mears, I spoke to Ryan Mears before, and he can't make those comments to me a while back. He was not going to criminalize a woman trying to exercise her reproductive health rights.
Now, this might have bigger complications. You heard some justices talking about it. Obviously, the 14th Amendment is involved here, the right to privacy, which affects so many other things. Do you see what others see as a concern this could spill over into other matters like gay marriage, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, even though several of the justices who wrote the concurring opinion said this does not apply to gay marriage, does not apply to privacy, to contraception, that sort of things. Clarence Thomas said we should maybe take a look at that, which he's a senior member of the court, which is why his comments got a lot of attention. It remains to be seen, because even though the court said, no, this does not apply to XYZ, I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay, what impact do you think, if any, of this will have on the upcoming congressional midterms? A lot of, experts were saying, as is often the case in a midterm election, that president's party loses a lot of seats, and that was the prediction this year. Do you think that's going to change anything?
I think it possibly will, particularly those suburban kind of Collier County areas where we have some of those moderate conservative lawmakers. I think those are the ones who are going to be in trouble right now.
So do you see any possible lawsuits coming out of this? I mean, there's so many unanswered questions right now.
No lawsuits, not yet, because abortion is still legal. It's still legal in the state of Indiana because lawmakers haven't met to do anything with it yet. And also, keep in mind, the court said there is no constitutional right to an abortion. So that sort of, opens the floodgates to anything and everything.
Always good to get your insight, Abdul Hakim Shabazz. Thanks for being here again this morning.
Thank you.